Ooh, that was a rolling whistle and a bunch of people running to a track. I think that means we're almost ready.
Right.
And then we're off.
Jamming for LA is 3-8. 3-9 Bucket, who also just got lead jammer.
And your jammer for Texas, Danny Darko, who is not lead jammer, held up and may or may not have passed the start of Stevie Kicks. As I see Stevie working hard to get to the front, holding something
Bucket
in hand.
Bucket has made it around the track and has cleared the pack again for 4 or 5. Oh, yeah, that's right.
For some number of points to be assessed later.
Bucket is coming around for her third pass. Being held by Hannibal Wrecker.
And Hannibal Wrecker then drops to the infield as Bucket is through. Stevie Cakes now looking on the upside. Nothing doing as the jam runs out. And that was 2 full 5-point passes, 10 total going on the board. Giving LA DDX the lead, 10-0. But a power jam coming for Texas.
It looks like we've got 3 penalties being served by DDX currently.
But none of them jammer. I saw no jammer, and then Diana Ross is like, hey, have a star. So it'll be Sonia Sotomayor jamming for LA. We'll have fatality with the star for Texas as soon as the whistle blows, which it just did. Four on 2 advantage in the pack for Texas.
And both jammers have made it out of the pack with a lead change for Sonia Sotomayor taking the front. Followed by fatality. Both are approaching the pack.
And Sonia hitting the hips and hitting the rail. And that will be a 0-0 jam. Looking like a good foot race in jam number 2.
DDX still with 2 blockers on the track, 2 serving a penalty time. 4 on the track for Texas.
As Gale Force wins, jamming for Texas, and Alpaca Punch with the star. Gale Force wins is lead jammer, and Alpaca Punch tripping up to give a little daylight.
And lead change for an Alpaca Punch is now lead jammer and has just cleared the pack. Yeah. Coming around on her third pass.
Gale Force wins, just about to call it off, ended up bumped to the infield. Not able to reestablish.
Alpaca Punch coming through and has called it off. Perfect. Thank you.
Update on the food situation. There will be pizza for purchase at the concession stand in an hour. Calm your panic. You don't have to just live off of muffin tops and cookies and beer garden beer. Not that that's not a valid diet choice. I have made that choice myself repeatedly.
All right, coming into this jam, Shank Solo jamming for DDX and has just gotten lead jammer. Miller Fight for Texas, still being held in the back by number 11 and number, I don't see it, but it is a beautiful 2-all in the back.
Skeeve Jobs holding down the lane along with 156 Horchata.
And Shank Solo remains lead jammer coming around.
Tank on a second scoring pass is through and clear as Miller Fight now struggling towards the front. Hip checked out.
And Shank
Solo high to low to middle and able to get free for the second scoring run.
DDX showing some strong blocking against Miller Fight, holding walls in both the front and the back of the pack.
Hello, Nurse, just leveling Skeeve Jobs into the infield to break things free. LA will be 2 blockers short on this next jam. As we got Hannibal Wrecker with the star for Texas.
And number 818, Valley Hurl for DDX.
Hannibal Wrecker up to down and through. Lead jammer, All-Star Army.
And Valley Hurl escapes at the top of the pack and is out on her scoring.
4-on-2 pack advantage for Texas, and Hannibal Wrecker takes full advantage. Slip through, calls off the jam. That will hold LA scoreless on the jam. 4 points up for Texas. That takes Texas to 8. LA DDX 32 with just under 9 minutes to go in our first half.
Jamming for Texas on this jam is Netflix and Kill, $7.99 and $6.06 for LA. She Deviled Egg. She Deviled Egg is currently lead jammer as we come around the track.
Netflix and Kill in hot pursuit. She Deviled Egg slides through, calls off the jam. We'll see on the point side. See 4 for Texas. And 3 points up for DDX, so that takes us to 12-35. LA in the lead.
Jamming for DDX again is number 39, Bucket. And jamming for Texas is 4212, Danny Darko. Bucket is lead jammer currently.
Danny Darko trapped mid-pack as DDX rolls to the front. Just as Bucket is back engaged on the scoring pass. Bucket tiptoeing the inside edge and then bumped.
But then bunked to the infield.
Just when you think you're free, the door slams shut.
Alrighty, Danny Darko has made it out of the pack on their second pass. And within the pack,
Bucket picking up 4 on the jam. So that'll roll DDX up to 39 and a power jam for LA as the arms penalty called on Danny Darko.
jammer for LA is Sonia Sotomayolo. And she is lead.
Pack regrouping as LA trapping fatality at the back. Sonia Sotomayolo on the scoring run.
Hello Nurse holding her at the rail and then A beautiful three-wall controlling the track.
When you're going high as the pack trying to split apart, but LA doing a good job of holding things together. And finally up around the top, getting past Fatality to complete the scoring run as time ticking down on the jam. Sonia Sotomayor goes high at the very end.
With some excellent offense from Oblivion Westwood to clear that wall so she could just sneak through.
A little official timeout while the referees discuss. 9 points on the jam. Now DDX 48, Texas 12 with 5:13 to go in our first period of play.
Okay. So what does that mean? Are you just taking her off again? Oh, okay. Oh. While the officials take care of some administrative duties, let's give a shout out to one of our sponsors, Get Your Bearings Skate Shop. Located in the Seattle area, Get Your Bearings is a woman-owned, full-service roller skate shop serving the roller derby, park, jam, artistic, and recreational skating communities. Whether you're looking for your first pair of skates, upgrading your setup, finding protective gear, or building your dream custom skates, their knowledgeable team is dedicated to helping skaters of all experience levels stay rolling. Please join us in thanking Get Your Bearings Skate Shop for supporting our skaters and the roller derby community.
Woohoo!
And oh my goodness, it looks like that last jam had 3 direction block penalties. So 2 from DDX and 1 from Texas will be serving on this upcoming jam. All right, rolling whistle means the next jam shall begin. We have 3 blockers on the track for Texas Roller Derby All-Star Army and 2 for Los Angeles Derby Dolls DDX.
Well, we do have 2 jammers on the track, so that's something. It's Hannibal Record jamming for Texas, and out first as lead jammer, Alpaca Punch giving chase for DDX. The pack working to stay ahead as Hannibal Wrecker taps the hips. LA able to stay out of hip range. And then everyone gets to come back out of the box.
On the jam line for Texas Roller Derby All-Star Army is number 37, Fatality. And jamming for LA is number 1300, Shank Solo.
And Shank Solo is able to get out and grab Lead Jammer. Great chase down by Bad Habich, but not quite able to catch.
Bucket just hitting Fatality to the infield.
Shank Solo also bumped to the infield. Fatality still working on the initial. Shank Solo held up by their own team for a bit, but finally able to clear. And Fatality almost freed, but Jane Woe there to slow things down.
But Fatality is out of the pack. And jam is called by, oh my goodness, Shank Solo.
LA sending two blockers to the penalty box again for direction of play.
Yep.
Or direction block, rather. 9 points on the jam for DDX takes LA to 57. Texas held at 12. Just under 3 minutes to go in the first half.
Jamming for LA is 818, Valley Hurl. And jamming for Texas is number 40K, Gale Force Wins.
And Gale Force wins.
Oh,
Tripped
and that
up.
will be a lead change.
Yes, indeed. Valley Hurl putting on the pressure.
And Valley Hurl's out on her first, completing her first scoring pass. And calls the jam.
A 4-point run for Valley Hurl and DDX.
And no penalties by either team. So we have 4 blockers and 2 jammers. Yes!
That's a first in a while. She Deviled Egg set to jam for DDX. And Miller Fight with the star for Texas.
Both jam. And She Deviled Egg is out of the pack for lead jammer. While Miller Fight is still fighting her way through.
Getting a little bit of a shove whip there, but not able to break out.
And She Deviled Egg completed her first scoring passes and is coming around.
Miller Fight forced to the infield,
And
finally clears.
Okay.
She Deviled Egg, one to beat, ducks through. Timeout on the jam. And that will be a 9-point run for DDX. DDX now an even 70. Texas still held at 12 with about 40 seconds to go on the period clock.
And now we have 2 blockers on the track for each team because there were some penalties last time.
Bad behavior will not be rewarded.
I know.
Two on two pack. Jane Woe, Danny Darko.
And Jane Woe is out. And lead jammer, Danny Darko right behind. Both jammers skating so incredibly quickly to get back to the pack.
Oh, Jane Woe hop in the corner.
That was a beautiful jump.
That was a beautiful jump. And we are now showing intermission on the clock. A 4-4 tie jam. So Texas now 16. And TDX at 74. And we are at intermission. We will take a 4-minute, 33-second break. If you're in the venue, go visit the vendor village. Buy some salts and whatnot. And if you're at home, do whatever. You can get your own salt, I guess. Almost time for the second half. The Canadian is telling people to get in position. 74-16. No score change during halftime, which is always good.
And rolling whistle to get our skaters up on the track. Number 37, Fatality jamming for TXRD. And number 524, Sonia Sotomayor for DDX.
And oh my!
That was a very fast, quick trip out of the pack.
Right.
And lead jammer for Sonia Sotomayor.
Took off those judge robes and just gone.
Yeah, it was. And then
Fatality clears the pack to complete the initial.
Sonia Sotomayor clears the pack on the inside and calls it.
Did get the 5 points. It lapped Fatality prior to Faye getting out of the pack. And that will take us to 79-16.
And jamming for TXRD is Gale Force Wins. And jamming for DDX is She Deviled Egg.
That's Alpaca Punch. It ends in a 6.
Oh, it is Alpaca
but
Punch.
It's not
Oh,
the same
my goodness.
6.
Oh, my goodness. That is Alpaca Punch.
Alpaca Punch forced out of bounds. And then tripped up in the mid-pack.
And it is a battle in this pack. Both jammers getting held up. But Alpaca Punch comes out for lead.
Meanwhile, Gale Force Wins. Held at the back. She Deviled Egg on the defense. That's Alpaca Punch.
And Stevie Kicks holding Alpaca Punch at the top. Coming to number 138, who's also saying no. But then Alpaca Punch out on second scoring pass.
Gale Force Wins once again, forced to the infield, now back, establishing on the track. Held by LA blockers at the back as Texas owning the front of the pack, trying to stop Alpaca Punch.
Alpaca Punch called the jam, and that is no.
It was a 9-0 run, yes.
It was a 9-0 run. I was right, but unconfident about saying it.
LA now 88, Texas 16. 12:45 to go in the game. Shank solo set to jam for DDX. Miller fight. Slowly rolling off because I think we have a penalty. Yes, indeed. Gale Force Wins. Called for the back block.
So this will be a power jam for DDX. Shank solo jamming with a pack of 4 from TXRD and 2 from DDX.
Those two blockers for LA trying to break things free.
And it is definitely a scuffle in this pack.
Veritable scuffle as...
Oh, some beautiful defense on TXRD at the rail. Now coming down to the infield, back up to the rail.
Up, down, in the middle. Everybody holding a Shank solo.
And that was a hard-fought lead jammer for Shank solo.
Halfway through the jam before Shank's freed. As Texas holding the back line. DDX rolling forward. Shank solo looking to move up. Netflix and kill. Closing that door. Shank forced out to the middle. And time runs out on the jam. A 3-point power jam run.
Jamming for TXRD is 5678 Hannibal Wrecker, also dancing on the jam line with some dancing in the pack as we wait for whistles. And here we go.
It's a morning derby rave. Valley Hurl with the star for Texas or for LA, but Hannibal Wrecker out first, lead jammer.
And TXRD still holding Valley Hurl at the top, but Valley Hurl has escaped and is coming around.
Hannibal Wrecker tripped up to the infield now, following on the heels of Tony Montana.
We've got some beautiful offense clearing the inside line, and Hannibal Wrecker calls the jam.
But Valley Hurl able to pick up 3, a 4-3 jam win for Texas. So that's 4 points. We'll take Texas to 20. LA held it, or up to 94 now with just under 10 minutes to go in the game.
Jamming for Texas is 956 Hello Nurse. And jamming for DDX is She Deviled Egg number 606. And hello Nurse. We can all say hello because she is lead jammer.
Hello, lead jammer. She Deviled Egg on the infield has to roll back and wait. As Hello Nurse.
She Deviled Egg played some beautiful defense at the back to hold Hello Nurse and bring her to the blockers. Hello Nurse is still in the pack. She Deviled Egg is coming around.
And lead change as She Deviled Egg now lead jammer. Hello Nurse bumped down and out, did not reestablish to call things off.
And She Deviled Egg has escaped the pack.
So both jammers on the scoring run. Hello Nurse passes the star off. And that will end the jam. And there will be discussion in the middle.
We've got discussions,
we've
got
points.
whiteboards, we have skaters on the track. We shall see what happens.
I do see one blocker for Texas, 2 blockers for LA heading to the box. And we've got 8 points up for LA on that last jam. But an official timeout called first.
So while the officials are discussing rules business, we shall discuss derby business, and that means our sponsors. Next up is Cafe Ladro. Cafe Ladro opened its doors on Upper Queen Anne in 1994, just a couple of steps away from a coffee giant. Bold move. We accepted the challenge, and the coffee thief was born, stealing hearts and taste buds with better beans, buttery pastries, and friendly baristas, serving up ethically sourced coffee, warm smiles, and fresh treats that have made them a neighborhood favorite from day one. Cafe Ladro is currently selling a Tilted Thunder S'mores cookie that brings in $1 for each cookie to the league now through the end of June. Cafe Ladro is also the Tilted Thunder's unofficial office where the team gathers after most Saturday practices for committee meetings, admin work, and bonding over coffee and delicious pastries. Scott, will I be getting a s'mores cookie? Yes, I will.
Heck yeah. I'm like, I got to go find a Cafe Ladro.
And the officials are being so kind and giving us more time to shout out sponsors. Our next one, Broadstar Media, providing fiber to the door, multi-gig internet, and bulk video service to communities for over 40 years. Looks like we've got an update on penalties. Yes. There are now 2 from Texas and 2 from LA in the box. So that means 2 blockers from each team on the track. Funny how that math works.
Solid math. And 1 jammer from each team, so fairly micro pack We got 138, Aida Brains jamming for Texas, and a quick star pass. Bucket, your jammer for LA, is out first and in lead.
And then Netflix and Kill is now the jammer for Texas. We've got a call off. We've got a sneak out of the pack. Let's wait for some points.
That was close. I thought we were going to get another lead change there, but not quite.
Yep. There was a whistle.
Yeah.
A call
and
off.
Now an official
timeout.
timeout.
And now an official timeout. My goodness.
So much going on. All right, scoreboard has been adjusted now. 106-27. Our score with 7:51 to go. The penalty box empty?
It is
what?
empty. Wow. So this should be definitely hard hitting and hard fought. 818 Valley Hurl jamming for LA, and 777
Tony Montana.
Indeed is jamming for Texas.
Tony Montana's first time jamming in this game, I believe.
I believe so too.
And Tony Montana's out.
And a probable first time jamming and lead jammer.
With Valley Hurl out and giving chase.
Yep.
As the pack slows in turn 4. Tony Montana taps the hips. Calling off the jam, but I believe all of LA able. Oh, no, one LA Derby blocker. Caught. Takes Texas to 28.
Jamming for Texas again is Gale Force Winds, and
we do have a blocker advantage for Texas. 3-on-2.
And jamming
Alpaca.
for LA is number 86, Alpaca Punch. And it is a race around the track. And Alpaca Punch is now lead. But Gale Force Winds is right on her tail. Gale Force, they are both speedily approaching the pack.
And lead almost.
Almost,
yes,
but then
Linda's lead change. Gale Force Winds is the lead jammer.
And then lead change again, and now Gale Force Winds running up that inside is now lead on her scoring pass.
Alpaca Punch held up in the pack. Offensive assist from She Deviled Egg, finally breaking Alpaca free. Gale Force wins. Forced to the infield. Reestablishes and calls off the jam. Jam ref conversation as the points are assessed. And we will have a hold momentarily.
I know.
Six points for Texas on that jam. And 4 coming in for LA. That gives us a score of LA 110. Texas Roller Derby 34. 5:13 to go in the game.
Oh, heavens. That whiteboard is filled with writing that I can't really see, but now I see why they're discussing so many things for this official timeout.
I'd like to thank Monroe Pizza and Pints, serving up the goods for our community with pizza, pasta, wings, calzones, stromboli, hot sandwiches, fresh salads, and cold craft beer. And proudly repping us on their pizza boxes around Monroe. By us, I mean Tilted Thunder, not me and Ginger.
Right.
That would be cool, though, if they'd like to just, put us on the box.
Right. I would love to be
reason.
repped on a pizza box in Monroe. Then they'd be like, who's that?
It's our first double jammer down of the game. My first of the weekend.
And since I come from flat track, I'm not quite sure what we do for double jammer down.
We put in new jammers, and they sit as blockers, I believe.
Okay. Okay.
Apparently, this is the weirdest thing to happen. Ginger, you were closer. You can explain.
All right. So Rev TXRD so kindly explained what is happening right now. With the 2 jammers down, both the jammers will return to their bench. 2 blockers will serve the penalty, and other jammers will be fielded on the track.
It is a totem.
I think I got that correct.
According to the scoreboard. And they don't have to stand on shoulders, fortunately.
I hope I got that correct. And
too many people in the box is the problem.
Yes.
One of those penalty counts, but you don't have to sit over there. This was not in Murray Grande's briefing of rule differences.
No, it
for
was
the flat
not.
track folk.
So I really hope I'm right because I hate being wrong, but I'm also open to corrections.
Here we go. So we'll have 2 blockers on the track for each team, 1 jammer for each team, and we'll get rolling. With Shank Solo set to jam for LA. And number 37, Fatality, with the star for Texas. And Shank Solo out first, lead jammer. The Los Angeles Derby Dolls, DDX.
Fatality still fighting her way through the pack, held by a 2-wall. But slipping on through and made out of the pack. But she is behind Shank Solo, who made her first scoring pass.
Yeah, beautiful upside rail side line open for Shank Solo, and Faye's like, oh, that works for me too.
Right?
I'll just cut right through there.
Shank Solo's like, I see a quick amount of space. I gotta go. And she did.
9 points up for DDX. Texas held scoreless. We will sit 119-34 with 4-ish minutes to go in our game. And 1 blocker for LA in the box.
All right, jamming for Texas is 5, 6, 7, 8. Hannibal Wrecker, and jamming for LA is 5-2-4. Sonia Sotomayor. Both jammers still in the pack.
Yes, Sonia Sotomayor looking high and able to sneak out first as lead jammer. As Hannibal Wrecker was almost clear but was reabsorbed.
We got some offensive help, and we're still fighting at the top. And Hannibal Wrecker is through. Oh, and a whip on Sonia Sotomayor and a call-off. So many things happening in that one moment.
It's like, you're going to whip me so I can call the jam off from a little farther away. So another scoreless jam for Texas. 4 points on the board for LA. We tick down towards the 3-minute mark, 123-34. She Deviled Egg set to jam for LA.
And jamming for Texas is Ice Ice Bang Me.
She Deviled Egg out first, lead jammer.
And Ice Ice Bang Me fought her way through the pack and is coming around too. Ooh. Jammers are ready to go, coming fast and furiously.
She Deviled Egg sliding towards the edge, calls off the jam with 3 points on the board for DDX.
TXRD fielding Dr. Freckelstein as their jammer, and I think this might be Dr. Freckelstein's first jam.
First time jamming, I believe, yes.
For this game as well. Exciting times.
Janewell with the star for LA. 2 minutes on the clock. 126-34. DDX in the lead.
And Jane Woe quickly out for lead jammer.
Yes, indeed is Dr. Freckelstein teaming up with Hannibal Wrecker to try and get through, but you got 4 blockers on the track for LA. Only
and
2 for Texas.
3 of which were at the top to catch Dr. Freckelstein again. Jane Woe came through on her first scoring pass, coming around for her second. In the pack, defense and offense is still happening, and Dr. Freckelstein is out.
Janewell's second scoring pass complete.
Ooh.
I'm trying to get those last, like, I want to get the jammer point. I want to get the jammer point. Dr. Freckelstein's like, no, you want it, but I will try and keep it away. 1 minute left on the game clock. And a call for a hold. Nine points up for LA on that last jam, and Texas losing 2 blockers to the penalty box.
And an official timeout. All right. I'm going to try to squeeze in another sponsor announcement right now. Dimension Law Group. At Dimension Law Group, we are a boutique law firm that specializes in serving real estate investors, business owners, and families with tailored legal strategies designed to protect and grow their assets. Founded in 2013, our firm's mission is to understand our clients' unique business and personal goals. And I will continue that sponsorship announcement at our next lull.
51 seconds on the clock. 4-on-2 pack advantage for LA.
All right, jamming for TXRD is Hello Nurse. And jamming for LA is 818 Valley Hurl. Valley Hurl coming from the top to score, get lead jammer.
Bit of a slipping pileup at the top for Texas, letting Valley Hurl break free. Valley Hurl now back on the scoring block.
Nurse played some solid defense to escape out, and it made her initial pass. Valley Hurl coming around as well on her second scoring pass.
Valley Hurl calls off the jam just as Hello Nurse was about to hit the pack. Did not do so.
Valley Hurl also masterfully waited and to play down the clock a little bit. Tricky, tricky.
Super tricky. 4 points for LA on that jam, 139-34. Period clock at 0. We will have our final jam pending the penalty jam. And off we go with one blocker down for Texas and number 86, Alpaca Punch.
And then Netflix and Kill jamming for Texas, still in the pack. Being held at the top by number 156. Oh, 156, Horchata. And that.
Alpaca Punch calls off the jam. And that is our unofficial final score with those extra 5 points on there.
So we're currently looking at 144 to LA to Texas's 34. But, of course, it is still unofficial. We shall wait.
Ooh! Penalty jam!
So, Scott Chicken, do you by any chance know what a penalty jam is? Because I do not, which is bringing me great
bonus jam,
shame.
that much I know.
I knew that too, but that's all I got. Sorry, y'all. Okay, Murray Grande coming up saying that the penalty jam is struck when the team in the lead commits a penalty while the team behind does not commit a penalty, so they get one more jam. And if Murray has any other details that he thinks I missed, I am sure he will tell me. Thank you, Murray. And it can go on forever, apparently.
There are bonuses to skating clean, is what I'm hearing.
Indeed. All right, TXRD has all 4 blockers on the track. 2 LAs, 2 with 2 jammers. Here we go. Hannibal Wrecker, 5678, jamming for Texas. Number 39, Bucket, jamming for LADD. And quickly out with the call-off. And we shall see what happens now.
Seeing a lot of shakas. What happened now was no penalties. Game is over.
Okay.
DDX is your winner, 144-34.
And also take this opportunity to go high-five both teams as they skate around the bank track. They both played an incredible game and worked incredibly hard. And high fives are always fun.
So that takes LA to a 2-2 record on the weekend. Texas now 1-3.